Yo, what up?
What's going on?
It's your boy Ken.
James here. Welcome to episode 3 of the Men and Means podcast.
This is big number 3 here. And unfortunately, we're down to 2 right now. One of our esteemed co-hosts, unfortunately could not make it this evening. A little background. As you know, you listen to this any point in time in life, who the fuck knows? But we're in the midst of the coronavirus pandemic at the moment. And I'm gonna let James just kind of explain how our good friend here, Anthony, how he's handling that.
So Anthony he's a hypochondriac, he's a germaphobe, he's just very paranoid about shit like this. And a lot of people are, but he's just not able to be here with us because he cannot physically bring himself to come around people. He can apparently go on walks and jogs and shit, but I don't believe that either.
Yeah, okay. He says he's not afraid of like the outdoors, but I think us here in the Men and Means podcast, we know a little better than that. We know our friend, and we know that man is sitting there just terrified of the fucking outside right now. Okay, he ain't walking nowhere. I imagine he's just balled up on the couch, like terrified. You know what I mean? Like he don't want to touch the floor and shit. You know what I mean? So, hey, though, shout out to Anthony.
Shout out to Anthony. And yeah, of course. So he's right now he's quarantined in his house. He's self-quarantined way before they even wanted you to.
Yeah.
But all's well with him and his family, and hopefully it'll stay that way, and this whole thing can pass, and then maybe one day we can reunite with him and see if we can get him back on the podcast. We may never see him again.
No, I'm gonna make a bold statement, and I'm gonna say he will return. You'll hear his quick little laughs here and there, and little puns popping in, and you'll know he's back.
Episode 200. Welcome back, Anthony.
Yeah. fucking 30 years later, the reunion and shit. You know what I mean? Anthony's like, fucking, I'm here again.
He was in the first 2 episodes and shit. He's at the reunion.
Yeah, dude.
The 10-year.
He will make a return, and that's let's make sure it happens. So that'll happen. But speaking of which, so coronavirus, man, shit's going on right now. It's kind of the hot topic, I guess. You know what? I'm gonna switch it up. As you guys know, what we typically do here is we have our whiskey time, and I think we follow suit. We stay within our realm of what we do, and I'm gonna go ahead and introduce what today's whiskey is gonna be. It's gonna be Glenlivet Founders Reserve, and if you recall from the last episode, we did do a previous podcast with Glenlivet. That was something else. It wasn't the current one. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Coronavirus is going on. I got in and got the hell out of the store. I didn't want to hang out. I saw this. It was definitely different than the last one. A little bit about this is single malt Scotch whiskey, and they don't even put the how many years this ages on the bottle. I have no idea. If somebody knows, drop a comment or do something. Shoot an email, whatever. I am very curious. I tried to Google it, and I didn't try very hard, but I did not find how many years this aged. With that said, I think, James, would you do the honors?
Yeah. I also wanted to say something about this Glenlivet. So I gave him a lot of shit for walking in the store and then coming here and showing up with this because I had been giving Anthony all kinds of shit about missing out on the next whiskey we're going to try. And if you guys recall from the last episode, Ken actually rated that one, I believe, a 9 out of 10. So let's just see if this one can even live up. Like he said, there's no year mark. There's nothing like that. So we're going to see.
Did I rank it a 9?
You ranked it a 9, I believe.
9's pretty high.
9 is very high, and me and Anthony pointed that out. But let's go ahead and open this up. Of course, we got a fucking cork top. Let's pour this up.
All right. That's a beautiful maple color.
And like a real asshole, I poured my own glass before I poured his instead.
Yeah,
could have been a gentleman.
You live up to what you are. You know what I mean? That's just the way the world works.
Okay, so here we go.
All right. Let's go ahead and cheers that up. Salud.
Okay.
Okay.
First sip. I kind of like the last one better.
I
Yeah.
couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Immediately I thought, It's definitely not a 9. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just feels a little less refined.
I want to be honest too. Since the pandemic that's currently taking place, I have not been drinking much in any fashion, as they have shut down my favorite places, which are bars and restaurants. So I cannot do so. Maybe it could be just haven't drank much in a while. It's hitting me a little harder, but it doesn't. Refined is a good way to put it. It does not taste nearly as smooth. It's a little grainy, if you will.
Yeah, the smell is definitely a lot stronger. But it's not that bad.
It's
So
not-
I'm not comparing it. It's not like a Jack Daniels or low
Oh.
bottom shelf shit. It still has you can tell it's not cheap. But you could tell it's just not as good as the last one we
It's
rated.
definitely not expensive either. You know, it's right in the mid range level in what you're gonna get. The smell to me is not very strong. You definitely know it's alcohol there, but it's not that real like tequila, like the real strong kind of bite to it, if you will. I saw this guy that would taste whiskeys. He said, "You smell it, you go, hello, how are you? Hi, I'm doing well." You know, and that was weird, and I just thought I'd try it.
And what is that for?
I mean,
Is that to open up the notes or what?
I think it's to say you get a good smell of it. You breathe out, get some fresh air. That's the hi. How are you doing?
Right.
Then you go back in. You have to breathe again.
So
You're exhaling as you talk.
hit me with it one more time. Let's do it.
Hi. How
Hi,
you doing?
How you doing?
Hey, I'm
Hey.
doing well.
I'm doing well.
He just kind of kept going with that shit. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember the whole thing.
Well, also people put water in their whiskey.
I've heard, and it's basically from what I saw was a little bit just kind of it opens the whiskey up. It kind of dilutes it a little bit too, so it's not so I guess so strong coming through initially. But they do frown on the ice cube, like putting ice cubes in it, unless you use the large block.
So it melts
It melts slower.
And just so everybody understands, there is absolutely nobody in my life that I grew up with that has ever drank whiskey or any other liquor to that degree. So there's like whiskey connoisseurs out there. So I'm not telling you guys because I think you guys are idiots or you got like I've never grown up with this shit, but people do. And I've tried it. And depending on how much water you add to it, obviously you're not adding like fucking 1 part whiskey, 1 part water, right?
Yeah.
But you add a couple drops here and there, and it actually does open up the flavor. It lets you taste a little bit more of the flavor, and it takes that other part away.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna talk shit if somebody pours water in a goddamn drink. I'm just gonna be like, "What in the hell are you doing?" I absolutely at least disguise it. Throw some ice in there, let it melt a little bit. You know what I mean? Play the game like everyone, like Anthony usually does when he's here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, do it like Anthony
Right?
would normally do it.
That guy gets it though. He knows what he's doing. He's like, I'm just gonna let it sit for a little bit. I'll come back to that later.
He's no
And you know
dummy.
what? He knows how to play the game. Okay, I'm not mad at that. That's what you do. Overall, though, we're gonna rate this one.
I'm gonna have to rate this one. I'm gonna give this one a 6.
It's pretty smooth. I gotta be honest.
It is smooth, but I'm gonna give it a 6.
I'm gonna say this. This is my opinion on this. I think what we're gonna need to do is we're gonna need when Anthony comes back, as he's our financial guy. You know what I
Advisor.
mean? The advisor. He covers the finances. He sponsors us basically. Okay. We're fucking poor, and he's balling out of control. Kidding. But he is he knows what he's doing. He has a credit score above 600. He's doing better than us. So I would say what we need to do is back on track here. We need to get a very high quality, high regarded whiskey. I think to compare things to. I think right now we're staying in one realm. And it's hard then. We're basically only judging it against those. And I don't think that's accurate. I don't think it's fair to even do so, as there's a whole nother world that we haven't really tapped into. But on that note, based on those, living in that world, I'm going to say I'm going to follow suit here, and I'm going to go with a 6.
Yeah. Okay. I'm glad that you're not gonna shoot too high.
Not going too high here.
And I agree with you. I think that we need to figure out what is the high benchmark that everything else may be aspiring to try to hit. So yeah, I think overall a 6. I think Anthony would absolutely hate this, but who knows? He's the particular guy. So that is our review and our take on the Glenlivet Founders Reserve.
Yeah, it's not a bad drink. If you caught it on sale, I would say go ahead and get it for sure.
For sure.
It's definitely not a bad drink by any means. Also, though, I think we can both agree there are better things out there, and we're living in a small world there, and it's still better things out there. So, okay, that's us for what is this called? Founders Reserved, single malt Scotch whiskey, the Glenlivet.
Part 2.
Different than the last one. You know what I mean? Fucking, and speaking on that, this guy sends me to the store. Okay, I just got off work. He's been off work hours before me. I just get off work. Hey, I'm on the way. Let's do this podcast. Oh, we'll pick up a bottle on your way here too. Oh, and you know what? And a 3-pack. Can you do that too? Yeah. And I get here and I'm thinking like, well, I wonder. He's probably gonna have this place just set up. Nah, man. He's basically putting the final touches on it. He opened the garage to see if I was here, closed it back, got it together real quick. Just played me, set me up, and I want to make sure the whole world knows about it.
Well, I figured I could send Ken out there, while I'm over here setting shit up, to go in there and not be afraid of the coronavirus, but apparently it affected him.
I asked him how long did it take you to set this up, James. His reply, 30 seconds. Yeah, but I had to go to the store in the middle of a fucking pandemic crisis with a guy who's wearing a sweater that says, please do not feed the whores drugs, and a Band-Aid tattoo near his ear, and trust no one across his neck. And I just want to make this clear. I just thought, that guy definitely has the Rona. And I don't want the Rona, bro. That guy has the fucking Rona. He's dirty as shit.
He's got the Rona and trust issues.
And some Mickey Mouse sweatpants, to be honest. This is what the man came to the store in. And I get it's the grocery store, bro. But come the fuck on, all right? Wow.
That's the quarantine active wear.
Is that what Anthony has on right now? Anthony's rocking a tracksuit for sure.
Well, actually, Anthony's a Disney guy. He's an AP member. He's got AP on the back of the car. So he's probably got Mickey Mouse shit. So it just depends on where you're at, what kind of person you are.
Speaking of which, I think one of the first things that really made people kind of pay attention to the Rona, I think, was the day they shut down Disneyland.
Rona.
Yeah, it's the Rona, bro. I think the day they shut down Disneyland is the day I just saw fucking hundreds of people's hearts just break right in front of me.
I actually actively heard the gasp of thousands of people.
Yeah.
No.
And spreading the fucking Rona all around when they exhaled. You know what I mean? Fuck you, Disneyland. You set us up for this shit. But yeah, I mean, I've never been a big fan of Disneyland. I couldn't give a fuck less. But I gotta be real, man. No sports. It is tough. I saw a marble race yesterday. Literally a marble race, bro. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? I don't know. They shut down gyms and they shut down bars. And I was telling James, if you don't know James is a gym rat. He is the definition of the motherfucker that's in the gym no matter what. Every day, that's where he wants to be. He's happy when he's in the gym. If you know me, I'm usually like, nah, I'll be in the bar. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at. And they shut down both of our favorite places on the same day. And we've both been trying to find how we're going to figure this shit out since.
We're so lost. And like you said, we have no sports.
Yeah.
And honestly, I didn't realize how much sports played a factor in day to day when you can't even check a score.
Nothing.
You can't get no news.
Everything's old.
Everything's old. And they want you to watch old highlights. And I fucking refuse. I don't. It's not current.
I've been watching it, man. I'm over here like, damn. I remember the Lakers were dope. They're pretty good right now, but you know what I'm saying.
Well, you know what? I think this is actually really good for like the Sports Center fucking like company because of this reason. Lately in sports, everything has been like some crazy stat. Like LeBron on a Saturday will score 28 points and they'll give you a stat from when he was 13 on every Saturday. He generally scores this much, and no one in history has ever scored this many points on a Saturday since they were 13. And it's like, what is that stat?
Yeah, how do you know that?
Yeah, like,
you know
and why did you create that? So they're creating these weird these weird stats. No one's ever been, never had pneumonia and scored a triple-double on a Sunday before in the NBA. And all of a sudden someone does it, and it's just a weird stats were coming out. So I think now there's no fucking news. There's no narratives to create. So when they come back, I hope they go back to square one and just give you stats.
Since the Rona, nobody scored 41 points. You know what I mean, dude? Like,
nobody has scored a 40-point triple-double since the Rona outbreak.
That's what it's going to be. That's what you're going to hear since the shutdown of 2020. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. But it's pretty crazy, man. It's pretty crazy to see how this shit affects all kind of walks of life, too. You know what I mean? Like, you got Tom Hanks getting this shit. You got Kevin Durant. 2 Lakers, unnamed at this point.
We know who they are.
We're speculating. I have my speculations. I don't know if it's cool to even talk about these things, or we're gonna get sued by the Lakers later. They're gonna take. Like, I ain't got nothing to fucking give you. I don't care.
What are you gonna take? That leather jacket you got on?
Hey man, you leave my goddamn jacket alone.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
It's cold outside, bro.
It is.
They're gonna take this microphone. Is what they're gonna take. Shut us the fuck down.
They could.
Man, you can't silence us. I'll get an iPod. We'll plug it in. We'll go from there. Dude.
I do want to talk about something during this fucking outbreak. When people are quarantined and you see those memes and those jokes, like finding out that my social life is really just quarantine and isolation, but it's really my lifestyle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's tons of people who, the funny thing is, those people have options and they get to turn them down, right? And the thing that I'm enjoying now is, like, there's a bunch of people out there who it's affected nobody, right? They're at home, they're doing nothing.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And now they just have company.
I was a little confused when you said that, like, it's affecting nothing, but you mean their lifestyle is affecting no one.
Not only I'm saying their lifestyle is not affected.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they just are at home.
But now they got company.
You know,
all the
man,
people who wouldn't be home are home.
I know many people like that even don't work, don't do much, and okay, cool. Maybe like a stay-at-home mom, maybe you're doing something. But I think a lot of people that are in that realm that do those kind of things, a stay-at-home dad, even whatever you may be, maybe disability going on or something, you hurt yourself, as I was at one point. But you got to have something you're doing while you're at home, some sort of something, you know what I mean? But I've known people that didn't do anything at all, and would just sit there on Instagram literally all day. That was like their whole source of everything, or watching, like, binging everything. And I mean, James, I think we can agree that we have a week off in December. And I'll binge shit, and then I'm like, ain't nothing here I want to watch anymore. Like, I'm done. I'm waiting on fucking Peaky Blinders. It's 2 years away. Ozark, by the way.
Ozark's coming out
like next week,
yeah,
bro.
The well runs dry quickly for people who have the other things on their mind.
Like, yeah, it's just not. It's not enough to keep me. You know what I mean?
It's not sustainable.
It's not
for a lot of people.
Not. Even like, I mean, I'll play like Call of Duty here and there. You know what I mean? I'll jump in and I'll get real into it, and then like, I'm like, all right, man, I'm out. Like, I got to go be in the world. I'm trying to interact. And
you're like, I don't know what day it is. What's today? I got to get back out there.
Which I also want to say, man, since they shut these bars down, James, I have been going to bed about 10:30, 11 o'clock every night. I wake up early. I am fucking energized. I'm like, wow, I never understood. Like, you can't go out and eat fast foods. You know what I mean? I got to eat, like, real food and stuff. I'm like, man, dude, people live like this? Yeah. I see why. It's been so long. I feel so energized. And, I mean, I'll be honest with you, it's pushing 8:30 now. And I'm like, I could go to bed. You know what I mean? Like, after a couple of these whiskeys, this Glenlivet Founders Reserve, don't be surprised, man. I'm all right, man. I'm just crash on the couch, bro.
So you're feeling like a surge of energy that you didn't have before.
Bro, I'm at work, and I'm standing there talking to people. I'm, like, dancing around and shit. I'm just like, okay, what do you need? I'll be right back. I'm like the chick at work that's always running and shit. That's like me now. Yeah. I'm like, I get it. I'm just fucking pumped. I can't contain it. I literally can't contain it, man. I'm just always, it's been 2 days. You know what I mean?
It's been 2 days, and he's loving
glorious. You know what I mean? But, the downside is I'm putting all this energy, and it's only being consumed at work, and it's like you can't do anything else.
Which is why I'm excited, because, I'm only a little excited because I want to see how this plays out. But this is actually step one of you turning a new leaf on some things in your life. Not everything, But you have mentioned before that you want to get into maybe some physical fitness. And I think that this is great if you can experience like better sleep and you can feel better. I think that's step one. You do that, and then when you're ready, like you keep telling me, when you're ready, we get into some fitness shit. So if you guys don't know, Ken actually he has like an injured elbow, and a couple of weeks ago he went and worked out with another Anthony, which kind of set off our Anthony.
Yeah, he didn't
a
like
little
that.
bit.
He wasn't happy about that. I thought it was gonna upset James. It went the other way. It upset Anthony.
And I think it's because it was Anthony, and he was replacing him, and it got real weird for a second.
Yeah, it was a one-time thing too, man.
Yeah,
Like,
but if you don't know, Ken actually he broke his arm, and he pretty much snapped it off. So if you guys
I tore every ligament in my arm.
exactly,
And broke the bone and dislocated all in one fucking day, all one fall, and it was all gone.
so if you've seen Nightmare Before Christmas, he pretty much has a Sally body. You know what I mean? Like the arm was completely detached from the rest of his body, and they had to put that shit back.
That
so
shit was just dangling there.
he has to like ease back into this shit because, of course, he hasn't done any fucking physical fitness in the last 3 years.
It's two. Let's get it right.
The last 2 years, he hasn't done any physical fitness.
And let me explain this about me. So I'm over here hyping myself up before I go with Anthony 2, we'll call him. Okay? I'm hyping myself up, man. I'm pumped. I'm like, yeah, I'll do you. He's pretty fit, but I'm like, man, in your work ethic, I'm Kobe Bryant in this shit. This is right after Kobe had just passed away. So I'm over there like, man, I got that Mamba mentality. You ain't going to outclass me. I'll be damn, bro. I'll outwork you. And I'm trying my best, man. I'm in there. And I'll be honest with you guys, like, this is embarrassing to me, bro. But I'm like, it's been a while. Let me pick up some 25s, you know? Let me be conservative. I picked this shit up. I was like, what the fuck am I thinking? No, put that back. That is way too much weight. Okay, not gonna cut it. I'm down to 15s. I'm like, he's looking at me like, I mean, just grab the 5s. I was like, man, fuck you, dude. I ain't gonna no 5s.
Hey, just ghost curl.
Yeah, dude. Body weight. You know
just,
what I mean?
Squeeze at the top.
Nah, bro, it got bad, and so like I did like a bunch of dumbbell things and my arm was it felt tight, but you know in the moment, man, it doesn't feel like that when you're working out. And then I just remember dude was like, Anthony 2 was like, yo man, hit some push-ups, you know, and I was like, oh yeah, push-ups are good.
A little buy and
I got down. I was like, what the fuck? I can't do one push-up right now. Couldn't do it. Couldn't fucking pull it off. He was like, just do them the girl way. And I was like, man, fuck you, man. I ain't doing this shit. And I was trying to do those. I put a few of them up. You know what I mean?
I think part of the reason why Ken went with Anthony too is because he didn't want to be like that in front of me.
Yeah. No, you're goddamn right.
Because this is the first time I'm hearing this right now.
Yeah.
And yeah. I would be just as nice, but I just don't think Ken wants to drag himself through the mud in front of me right now.
Yeah. I've realized, you know what? I should have. I would have rather it had been you than somebody else, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, now he's taking that back into his world, and just be like, this dude couldn't do girl push-ups, dude. Like this big motherfucker over here couldn't pull off a goddamn girl push-up. You understand what I'm telling you? I was sitting there, and I'm in there like ashamed, bro. But I'm like, I'm gonna try it again.
He's telling everybody. At one point, he was crying. I saw a tear. It wasn't sweat.
Like he couldn't even open the door to leave the gym. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Ken was trapped in the gym.
Yeah. He had a backpack. He left it there. He said, fuck it, you know.
He'll get it tomorrow.
Yeah. No, and then I woke up the next day, and I mean, I was like, it feels like I broke my arm again. Like this shit, I couldn't bend it, and it was only the one, so I knew it was like, man, I went too hard. I remember when I broke the arm, I told the doctor like, man, you know what, bro, I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna start lifting weights and shit in a little bit. He was like, absolutely not. That is the last thing you need to do. But I was like, man, I ain't no bitch, doctor. I got this. Bad move. And I waited 2 years. You know what I mean? I thought it was clear. You know what I mean? And I was clearly not. And let's just say, man, sometimes in life, man, you come across a situation that's very eye-opening, and that was one for me. You got to respect what you're doing, and you got to be smart about how you're gonna approach it.
Well, I don't know what I would do if I was fucking, you know, not able to perform to my abilities.
Oh, well, don't say not able to perform. I don't like the way you worded it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You take that back.
I don't know what I would do if I was physically unable to
You're not making this any better.
Physically unable to
unfit
exercise.
to do so.
Yeah, because part of you is not operating right.
It's not. But I tell this to Anthony the next day, and Anthony,
Which one?
Anthony won.
Okay,
Anthony
won.
Anthony.
Okay, we want to lose people.
Yeah, just keep it together. Anthony literally just goes to town on me. I didn't tell him all the details about what I couldn't do. I just told him that my arm was fucked up. I mean, he's looking at it like, I can't bend this shit. I can't push a door open. Literally, the next day, I could not open the door with that arm. And Anthony just is going in. That's what you get. You're going to go with fucking Anthony 2? How dare you?
And the funny part is I had my back to them because I also didn't want Ken to see me shed a tear. So I was sitting there like a brave soldier staring at my email, which there was no new emails popped up. I was just sitting there pretending I was typing. Anthony is going in on Ken. Just going in like, are you fucking serious? You go with that guy but not James? He was trying to rile me up.
Yeah.
I turn around and go, no, it's fine as long as you're getting active. I turn around, tear.
Yeah.
Tear.
No bullshit. And yeah, maybe. And then he turned around again and was like, yeah, what do you have you doing? Oh, that's fucking stupid. Ridiculed him. And I'm like, guys,
no.
I never informed Anthony 2 that I had this. Later on, I saw Anthony 2, and he's like, yo, man, you gonna come work out again? And I was like, look, man, I just gotta be honest with you. Number one, I'll never embarrass myself like that again. Are you out of your fucking mind? Number two, dude, my arm, I had surgery on it. And he was like, I saw when you were lifting weights, I saw these scars on your arm. And I kind of thought, like, maybe you shouldn't be doing this. You know, like, I think he was trying to say, like, I've never seen a man who couldn't perform to the small standards that you were held to.
Bro, the fact that he saw you go from the 25s and then start looking at the rack down to the bottom, and he had to suggest like some fucking lightweight.
Yeah,
that's not typical for men.
No,
men are never gonna typically go, hey, just grab the 5s, you'll be fine, because they sell those like at Walmart, like on the fucking like, you know what I mean?
No, I'm aware,
and I'm not hating, and I'm not hating on Anthony too. Because your ass also has too much pride. You're not gonna be like, hey, I'm coming off of surgery 2 years ago. I haven't used this arm in 2 years to its fucking ability.
Yeah, no, I damn sure didn't. I told him like, don't take it easy on me, and then I started going, and I was like, oh, sir, you need to calm down. Okay, you are pushing this shit way too hard.
So I just want to say I'm not mad at the guy.
No, he honestly, man,
these are basic, right? These are basic exercises. Anybody does.
They were pretty
bicep,
standard,
tricep,
and like I said, he was very understanding. He was very like, I mean, to me, man, I'd be in there like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? If you don't know what I look like, man, I'm about 240. You know what I mean? I'm 6'3". 6'9", if you want to be real about it,
with the heels on.
Hey, shh. So it's after the gym. Anyway, the point though. So I understand, like, he's probably like, okay, but he's super nice about it. You know, no one's come up laughing at me yet. You know what I mean? This is the first time I've exposed myself to the world in regards to me, just basically not being able to keep up. And again, eye opener. So from that point though, I realized, okay, you're gonna approach this, you gotta approach it smart. You know what I mean? You gotta be willing to go. That's a wrap. But you gotta be willing to go. You gotta be willing to go in with the right mentality. You gotta think it through. You gotta really learn that, hey, first off, you gotta divulge that information. You gotta let people understand, hey man, this is my situation. I'm trying to build this strength back up and do that. And so from that point, I've decided that there was a certain goal set I had in front of me. Some things I felt were more important and didn't handle than that right at the moment. And I've been working on those. But I did go to James and I said, listen, I'm going to give myself this time frame to accomplish these other goals. But once those goals are accomplished, the next one is to do this, and I'm going to coordinate that through you, as you know all of my my inabilities, if you will. You
right, know? And which is why I'm okay with him trying, and I'm okay with him failing, and I'm okay with the progress that he's at. Like he said, he's getting better sleep. He's doing different things. He's being forced into it in a way, but it's okay because sometimes things happen that way. But when he's ready, I already gave myself small goals to be ready to handle helping somebody who has a pre-existing injury, which is kind of cool.
Which is kind of falls in the line of what you want to do anyway, right?
Exactly. It's kind of cool.
It's kind of mutually beneficial. If you make fun of me, I will, when you get your shit going, I will write a review on Yelp telling everybody how you bullied me, and then I will attach this podcast to it.
Right.
and say, look at him, he's laughing at me.
And then once you're stronger than ever, then you can
And
give me a
that'll
Yelp
be the main
review.
time that I go on there and I ridicule you for ridiculing me. Right? Yeah, do you know who I am? That is exactly what I will do.
But I do have a lot of hope, and I'll tell you why. If you listen to the second episode, I just believe that with his work ethic and his genetics, I think those pair together, I think we're gonna get back onto the road of full potential.
I'm gonna address the elephant in the room. You said genetics. What are you referring to?
Just like your ability to,
I'm gonna be honest with you, James. I feel like that was a comment because I am an African American.
well, I mean, you're taking it out of context, but yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, right.
yeah,
But you're right.
but yeah,
We are superior.
genetically, you had the potential to be.
Well, I'm obviously not. I can't do a fucking girl push-up. So, I'm half white too. I guess, you know what I mean?
Oh, just so you guys
Yeah.
know that is a factor.
That is
half
that.
white
No, yeah. Obviously, none of that really takes any precedence in any
at
of
all.
this situation.
At all.
As James is a Mexican guy, and he's obviously he could lift more than fucking 10 pounds. You know
Yeah.
what I
So
mean?
yeah, it has
So-
nothing to do with his
I'm gonna
ethnicity.
say this too, man. I walked in. I had to let James into the. We walked into the gym the other day. You know what I mean? And this guy just starts off with like 50-pound weights, and I literally just flashed back to that day. It was literally in the same exact spot. I literally just flashed back and was like, "This is bullshit. This is literally like fucking. Come on. This is like fucking him doing like fucking 10 of what I was doing. All right? Like this is bullshit." And I was like, "You're not even gonna warm up." Oh, these are warm ups, and I was like, "I'm leaving. I've seen enough of this shit. I don't want to participate any longer."
And you know the funny thing, you're usually very, like you're a shit talker,
Oh yeah.
right?
I
You-
still
like,
talk shit.
No,
too. I don't give a fuck.
no, and I love
dude.
it. I love it. But it's funny because like you asked me a real question for once. You were like, "You're not gonna warm up," and I was like, "No, I am. This is a warm up," and you're like, "I'm getting the fuck out of here."
Yeah,
Like you were
that's what-
sincere in that interaction, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Well, that was a different side from Ken." Because
Yeah.
usually Ken will just go, "Oh, look at you trying to fucking be all strong and shit," and then walk
Yeah.
out.
I would have probably said something like, "Oh, that's what you warm up with,
Yeah.
man. I'm a little further down than that." You know what
Yeah.
I mean? No, I'm a little further down to the left because no, warm ups. Warm ups is just lifting my arms and shit at this point.
Just
And,
flailing your
yeah.
arms around.
No, literally, that's the workout for me. I literally, you know what, too, man. I feel like if you're gonna talk shit, man, you got to be able to make fun of yourself.
You have
And if
to.
you know me, I talk more shit about me than I think anybody else in the world ever possibly could. And I don't give a fuck. I like it. I was talking to a very near and dear person to me today, and I was telling her, I was like, you know what, when someone gives me a compliment, I typically feel like, are you fucking with me? You know what I mean? Are you slide dissing me? I don't appreciate this shit. And it's funny because I mean she could relate to that, which I, again, was just very warmed by. What a sweetheart, you know. But James made a comment before, like, you know, man, that's just gonna be how Ken's gonna get down, you know, like if you say something nice to him, he's gonna think you're talking shit, and if you say something mean to him, you know what I mean? Why don't you explain that?
Well, it's just like it's hard to like. You can only compliment you like sometimes. You know, like you got to find the right way to like give you a real compliment, because like we deal with the world sometimes where it's like, is that a backhanded compliment or what the fuck are you trying to say by that? So sometimes you have to catch him at the right moment. Usually you can maybe at the end of the night at the bar, you know, where it's
Yeah.
like real heart to heart.
Yeah,
But other than
usually.
that, like if I go, "Hey, dude, you did a good job," he'd be like, "What the fuck, dude? What did I fuck up?" Just because it's not.
Yeah,
you know.
I typically think like I'm gonna say this, man. I was talking to one of my superiors the other day, and he was telling me, he was like, I was giving him an update on some shit that was going on, and he was just like, "Hey, man, I just want to tell you, dude. Like, I sincerely appreciate what you do. Like, dude, you are really making." And I'm only saying this because, like, literally, I was just like, is this not what I should be doing? Like, did I fuck up? And I told him that, and he's like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Like, I'm literally telling you, you're doing a great job." And I'm like, I'm all looking him in the eyes, like, "Would you?" And you ever watch Larry Curb Your Enthusiasm? But the way he is, you know what I mean? He's just like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" You know? And I guess I should get "Trust No One" tattooed on my neck now. You know what I mean? And please don't feed the horse drugs, because I obviously feel like everyone is that guy in the world.
Yeah, if you've never seen Ken, he does have that trust no one tattoo
Yeah.
across his neck with a Band-Aid
It was actually
tattoo.
me in the store. I was referring to
Right.
how I went down.
There's the plot twist.
In there. So if you guys were talking shit, you know, fuck you, because I got mine, but don't feed the horse sweater on right now. It's right there.
But he can't afford Disney pants. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, hey, dude, I'm making $6.22 an hour, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not. I can't buy that kind of shit.
Those pants are like 65.
I'm literally. You know when people throw those things, they're clothes in the bins outside the stores. I'm like the guy in the bin. You know what I mean? Like trying to throw it on and shit to go to work the next day just so I could have something new to wear.
Yeah, he has to wait it out in the bin.
Yeah, I'm in there on, especially when it's raining and shit, man.
He can't climb in the bin because he has a bad arm.
And what did he say? He said, "Fucking son of a bitch." Told me, yeah, you pudgy. You know what I mean? I was like, oh wow, fuck you, buddy. Another gym guy. You know, these guys always talking shit, freaks.
I've never talked shit to you.
You know what, man? James, the guy. I've been seeing these. You tell me if you've seen these things on. No, you haven't. To be honest, not about that. You should. I would accept it.
Never once.
No, you have not. But you see the fucking things on Instagram with the dudes like, oh, you're gonna shut down the gym, and they put like fucking dish soap on the floor. And I saw this and I was like, I should send this to James. This is a good idea for him. He probably would fucking do it.
Dude, dude, I'm out here asking people, hey, you got gym equipment? I just installed a punching bag. Like, yeah. I am like looking for gym shit. I don't necessarily want to spend it because I'm hopeful like, oh, they'll open it back up soon.
Yeah.
And I'll just make it work for now. Because I make about $6.21 an hour.
Oh, so you're a penny under me. You just had to fucking
just a penny under you.
Just had to fucking a fucking a hair under me.
I'm just like it's like the price is right. I'm a 3, you're a 4. I gotta come in right under you. Otherwise, I'm an idiot.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Fair enough. No, I'd be the idiot. You know what I mean? Like, hey, what the fuck? You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Whatever, man. You know, I do what the fuck I want. You know, and I'm gonna make that a point. You know, very rarely do I meet people in the world because I live that life, man. Like, I do what the fuck I want. You know what I mean? And I say that like just like that because I mean it like that. I do what the fuck I want to do. And people that usually like try to tell me not to, I usually am like, man, I don't want to be around you. But very few times are there people that I come across that never tell me what to do, but they come off so sincere and they're just like, yeah, you know, like I'm kind of worried, you know, whatever. And it just impacts me so deeply. Or someone that I like. It's like, man, like I was telling James right now, like, you know what, man? Like, honestly, I kind of want to wrap this thing up earlier today because I want to get to the house. I got to make a phone call. You know what I mean? Like, and that blows my mind when people like that can impact me, or like a James can be like, hey, man, this is what we're doing. And I'm like, oh, they were doing a podcast? Yep, fuck it. I'm on the way. You know, like very few people actually impact me. I don't know how I got to that point. Maybe it's this Founders Reserve. Shout out to Glenlivet. You know, sponsor us, man. This is 2 episodes in a row. I'm obviously trying to get a free shirt or something. You know what I mean? I'm tired of being in this bin every day. You know what I mean? Shoot your boy a shirt, a sweater.
And you know, that's how shit works sometimes. Like, literally, if I sent Ken to get a bottle of whiskey for fucking whiskey time, he wouldn't come back with the same shit. It's the Rona. The Rona got you acting weird. The Rona
got me, like, out of pocket. You know
it's
what I mean?
Like, he literally, I was so surprised that Ken did that.
Literally, what? I'm always in the pocket. This Rona got me out of pocket, bro. I'm like, that's my whole goal all the time is I'm trying to get right in the pocket, ride that shit out, you know? But no. I am, I'm out of pocket right now. I don't know, man. I don't know. How you feel? Are you worried about this coronavirus?
I am not worried, and it's only because I'm gonna take what little information is given to the public, right?
Sure.
And part of that is children aren't typically affected by it in any significant way.
Understood.
A lot of them don't even show symptoms, even though they're extremely contagious. So I have a 7-year-old daughter. She's 6. She's gonna be 7 in May.
You mentioned that.
So as long as she's safe, I don't give a fuck. To be honest with you. And then the other thing too is that I work extremely hard, and I know I say that, and it's what I'm saying is like I work extremely hard to make sure my immune system is good.
Hey,
I
this
take
man
vitamins.
walks around with a pocket full of vitamins. Literally, guys, a loose pocket, just a pocket full of loose vitamins.
I have an
He
Altoid case now.
finally bought an Altoids case, like a mini Altoids case. I used to just rip this full shit every day. Like, you got 9 fucking tablets in your pocket.
You know what caused me to buy the Altoid? The Altoids?
What?
A fucking fish oil pill popped in my pocket one day. And I fucking was like, you know what? I'm tired of holding pills like I'm a fucking child.
You gotta get with them senior citizen like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, I know.
Get you
I know.
one of them motherfuckers, man.
I know, but I gotta take it to work. So I had
just fill it up and leave it there. You know what I mean? Bring it Monday, leave that shit till you good to go.
But I can't leave it anywhere because I'm feeling like they're gonna think there's some fucking medication in there.
They are clearly fish oils, bro. Like,
yeah, but there's like 10 pills in there.
Yeah, you have a lot of fucking pills. I'm like, this man weighs out his food every day.
Yeah.
He does all of these things. And then still, and I'm like, bro, I haven't taken a vitamin in like fucking 12 years. You know what I mean? I don't know. And if I did, it'd be like a fucking Flintstones chewable. You know what I mean? A gummy. I like the gummies.
A multivitamin? I mean?
Yeah, I used to take the Day gummies all the time. And I thought I was like, I'm on point.
Yeah.
I am on point.
Yeah.
I'm above the fucking level that you need to be.
Yeah.
I took my Centrums today. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I work really hard to make sure my immune system is good. And at the end of the day, honestly, I got to rely on that. And I got to rely on that for what I'm.
Let me make this clear to everybody out there. I feel like a lot of people can relate to where I'm coming from. I work really hard to make sure my immune system is top notch. And you know how I do that, sir? You know how I do that. Alcohol. You know what I do? I fucking drink straight alcohol to kill all the shit in there. You take these vitamins. Fuck that. I don't need it. You know what I do? Take 2 shots, you know what I mean? And have a good night's sleep, and I'm good to go.
Ken has like a whole like alcohol regimen. It'll be like take 2 shots in the morning on an empty stomach.
Yep.
Go the whole day without anything but a fucking bagel.
Grab a beer.
Grab a beer.
If you can pull it off
as soon as you can. Like whenever you can, grab a beer, and then keep it rolling after work.
Oh yeah, you get off of work, man, and I got different days of the week. I go to different places, different establishments because different bartenders work and things and different crowds. And you know what? This is what the Rona did to me. It took all that away. And I'll make this clear, man. I'm exaggerating. You know what I mean? I do like to go out and I do like to do these things. However, man, no, I don't wake up and have a goddamn beer.
Yeah, okay? we're obviously exaggerating.
I have a couple times.
Because I was gonna say also don't drink any water that's clear, and he does that on occasion.
Clear water.
Yeah, because like you drink water, but it's like in the form of an energy drink. If God forbid anybody handed him a Coors Light, there's some water content there.
Well, no, I mean, fuck, yeah, anything.
You know what I mean? So he drinks a lot of water, but like through other means. So what we like to hit everybody with at the end of every episode is a little bit of truth. You know, something we've encountered during the week.
So we're gonna wrap it up a little bit. We're gonna wrap it up. James, go ahead. Explain to the new guys, and for you new guys, it's about time you join the team. Okay, get on board. Subscribe to the podcast, man. You know, go ahead and click that plus button. You know what I mean? Because we're here every week, and that's what we're gonna be doing. And if you guys got anything you want us to talk about, let us know, and we'll get it going. But anyway, James, back to you. You go ahead and take it over.
Yeah. So the honest truth that I have right now is honestly like, you get a fucking hobby. You know, like if you're sitting at home all day right now and you're in quarantine, you're on some bullshit. You find some shit that you like to do. Find some shit you've been putting off, and take care of it. Honestly, I want to start a little mini series with Ken and Anthony, and we want to start writing some shit.
Yeah, man. We're gonna write a little sitcom. But you know what? On James's note, I'm gonna jump in. And I'm gonna say this. Sometimes I think it takes a little bit. But you know, at least take this time to identify some things that you're interested in. And with that said, I would say this. I was talking to my boy James today, and we were both like, you know what, man? Like, it's hard for me to put a lot of effort in my car. You know what I mean? Like, I love my car. I don't put a lot of effort into it. But the point is this, man. In these times right now, wash your fucking car, clean your room, clean the bathroom.
Clean it up.
You know what I mean? Get your shit together. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we're saying is like, man, hey, instead of sitting around stroking your shit off, you know what I mean? Like, it's here's a chance to really, you know what I mean? Like, start something new, man. And that's kind of where I'm at. You know what I mean? It's just like, I was on it before this, but this is even more influential in it. I ain't been shit faced like this in a minute, but here I am. And the point I'm trying to make is, instead, you heard it earlier in the podcast, man. Like, I got so much energy, and I'm so ready to do things. Step out, step on a fucking step on a branch that you're not used to, and see where it takes you. You know what I mean, man? Like, if you have some dreams, you have some goals, just take a small step forward towards it and see what you get from it. Stop digging around. My rant, James. I know James wants to get in right now, but I got a feeling for Anthony.
No, I got something to say.
Go ahead.
So in terms of people like Anthony, so in lieu of Anthony being here, I want to encourage everybody. Yes, practice social distancing, but at the same time, understand you got to get out there. You have to be around certain people that you know are safe, be in good situations, and just try to keep your fucking head straight. Because at the end of the day, that's all you really have.
You know what, man? I'm gonna jump on that bandwagon right there, and what I'm gonna say is this: it's just here we are. We're in some trying times right now, and everything's kind of fucked up. And you know what? And that's okay. Let's all get through it. Let's curb the virus. Let's get these numbers down. I support that 100%. You know, like I said, today is the first day of the actual state of California shutdown. James and myself, we don't have to abide by that as we work in a field where we have to do some things that are essential to human nature. You know what I mean? We are literally out there trying to save fucking lives every day.
All right, we want to thank everybody for tuning in. We're all trying to do our best out there.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. Again, like I said, man, we do understand the Rona is on the prowl, and here we are, and we'll do our part to kind of wrap that up, bring it in.
And we understand we're fortunate. We got a lot of people in our lives that we got to be, cautious about, our grandparents and all this and that. With Anthony not being here, he claims to be worried about his parents and shit like that. Everybody's got to worry about this shit.
Let me say this, man. If Anthony was here, man, Anthony would give a big shout out to all the people in the world that are potentially affected.
We got Erica. We got Bronx.
No, I'm gonna say this. We love Erica. We love Bronx. We love Italia. Hey, you guys all are within our best well wishes.
Well wishes.
That's the best we could give you is well wishes. And Anthony, you understand why. However, with that said, there's a slew of other people that I think, a shout out to Emma, man. Let's keep Emma good. You know what I mean? My niece, Natalie. Let's just keep her going. Hey, love to everybody out there, man. You guys do smart. Keep your social distancing. Hey, shout out to Gail. You know what I mean? You be smart too. Keep your family good. Let's keep that right.
Everybody stay safe.
Yeah. Crystal, shout out to you as well. And to James' whole family. You know what I mean? Anthony too. My boy Manny and your whole squad.
Is that Anthony 2 or this?
No,
Anthony number 2.
Anthony 2 is my boy. He's cool, but no. This is an Anthony.
Anthony 1?
Anthony podcast. Anthony 1. The
Good
original
time,
Anthony.
Good time, Tony.
Good time, Tony. GTT. Anthony in digital fucking retrospect. You know what I mean? I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You get what I'm saying. But shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to my sister Whitney. Shout out to Natalie, her daughter. Shout out to her fiance Brian. Shout out to them 100%. Shout out to my dad. Shout out to my stepmom. You know what I mean? You guys be safe. Hey, to my dad and my stepmom, guess what? I got no food. I got no nothing. I'm coming over
he's on the
tonight.
way.
I'm on the way after this shit. I am coming over. I don't know where else to go. And shout out to everybody who doesn't have nowhere to go. If you don't know where to go, leave a comment or something.
Yeah.
We probably won't post this shit for like another fucking 3, 4, 5 weeks.
Everybody go Men and Means podcast. Hit us on Instagram, all our social medias. Hit us up. We're gonna continue this shit. But much love to you guys out there for listening and checking us out.
Be safe. Hey, bye.